Rise Nation. Obey Alliance managing to win map number 2. The first map ended up being a tie after a little bit of a comeback from Rise Nation at the end of map 1. So 4 points awarded to Obey Alliance, thus furthering their lead. They will go to 25 points, and Rise Nation will go to 18. So a very hefty lead here for Obey Alliance, and silencing the doubters that thought that they might have just had a good opening to the season. They are now 8-1-1 on the season. 8 wins, 1 tie, 1 loss, firmly in first place as the operator bans will begin, and Capital and Maverick will be off the board here. Clubhouse.
Yeah, that's a typical ban for Clubhouse, Capital and the Maverick. So looking to see that be a big ban, as that's going to allow for bandit tricking on that CCTV wall to be a lot more effective coming out from the defense. And the Capital as well is just useful for denying visibility, as well as denying anchor spots, as he can use those fire bolts in order to kill people. So definitely going to be
looking... Is that what those do?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Only sometimes, though. Sometimes, a lot of the time, they just don't work. So hopefully that doesn't happen in this matchup, as we want to see a perfect game of Siege, on the side of Siege itself, not just from these players. So we'll be looking again. Looks like we're going to be seeing Gym and Bedroom actually going to come out here first from 2Faced.
Yeah, so 2Faced sitting in 3rd place with 11 points. Akatsuki sitting in 4th with 10 points. If either one of these teams manage to get a double win here, they will be within 1 or 2 points respectively from 2nd place. Remember, folks, for those of you that are not familiar with how Challenger League is set up this season, it's basically no playoffs. They play the regular season, and at the end of the season, it's over. Whoever has the number 1 and 2 spot will play number 7 and 8 from Pro League in a relegation match for their opportunity to advance to Pro League, and that's it. We don't even know what the plans are as far as like who will retain their spots. If the past is any indication of how that happens, the top 4, including the losers of the relegation matches being 2 of those, and then the 3rd and 4th place team will retain their spot in Challenger League. But this is NA, so I expect any teams that do not finish top 2 or even win the relegation to all split up and reform into new groups next season. Exactly.
And Violet, I will just ask you, okay, so that's Prophecy on the Zofia, because both Prod and Prophecy both have the PRO in their name.
The Pro.
Yeah, so it's gonna be Prophecy, gonna be rocking that Zofia. That's kind of what I thought. Probably more of the support player of those 2 at least. And so, looking at a fairly standard lineup for the entirety of Clubhouse, depending on what site. You've got pretty much everything that you're going to need to attack it. So definitely a very strong lineup here, especially without that Maverick and Capital available. It's definitely going to look strong here for Akatsuki, looking to try to win this round out. But 2Faced here, they've got a pretty decent setup. They're going to be using those mirror windows, I believe, over inside of CCTV to possibly lead against that, and possibly one inside a bathroom here. I didn't really get a good look at where they're going to be placed, but yeah, we'll be inside a bathroom as it looks as though Creators will actually go for the wrong wall. So that's going to be easily opened up by Talon. Excellent use of the utility there by Pixel, tossing those grenades through that drone hole to deny that trick.
Yes, but Jacuzzi Wall will get open. They're taking the opposite side. They're dealing with a mirror window, and they seem like they will be able to get that open as the EMP will remove the electrification from said window. So now we got Dream playing. Actually, no, it will not destroy the window somehow. Oh, it sounded like an impact grenade went off. Perhaps one of the teammates playing in Gym, and there will be a second one. So both of the first 2 X-Kairos shots getting removed from the mirror window, and it will stand. 2 minutes almost getting wasted here by the defense. 2Faced looking so far so good, as now we have the attacking squad forced to rotate elsewhere to try and continue their attack.
Yeah, definitely an excellent use of those 2 impact grenades for the side of 2Faced, able to keep that mirror window open, but Creator's actually getting a little bit aggressive there. Will get shut down by Prod, so that's going to be a man advantage here for Akatsuki. Dream still holding on strong inside a bathroom, does not have the nitro cell to play with any longer, but Butter's going to make things quickly even. We know how such a strong fragger he is. Going to be playing on that Jaeger, does take a bit of damage, but Filthy, he's actually going to take one on the drip, so a man advantage back in favor of the defense as they look to try to win out this first round on an offside, I would say. Vixel will finally clean up what was left on Butters, but Crazy, he'll had a nice shot there on the Prod. The trade's just coming back and forth as it's just Dream and Crazy to fight against two. It'll be a nice flick there from Dream. He'll like the head right off of Talon. He's just gonna go for the run now as he knows he's dropped the diffuser, and he'll win that time, or he'll win that round off of time and time alone. An excellent play there by the Mira of Dream.
Yeah, great game sense there by Dream to know that his best bet was to not get killed, not challenge, stay alive, and he will clutch that 1v1 out for 2Faced, and they will win their first defensive round on an offsite, if you will. Master Bedroom being kind of not the more preferred two, which would be Cash and Basement. And to Basement we will go this time around. And a very similar lineup on both of these sides, although we'll see the double electrification capabilities on the defense, no Mira. And we'll see the double hard breach coming out from the attackers. Ready, primed to open up those hatches and start doing work on the floor there with the sledge. Round number 2 coming up. Remember, folks, this is 3rd versus 4th place. If one of these teams, I mean, we still got plenty of games to play in the season. How many more do we have? Do you know off the top of your head?
I can take a quick look. I don't know off the top of my head, but it does seem like, you know, I'm gonna confirm it. I don't want to at me, you know.
So 2 after today, if I'm not mistaken. I think they have two play days after today. Yeah, so there's 8 total teams. They'll play 7 total weeks. This is week 5. So we'll have week 6 and 7s or play day 6 and 7 after this. So there's not a whole lot of time, actually. So a all-out win, a 6-point victory for one of these teams would be huge because it would put them within very easy striking distance of Rise Nation. And, you know, second place is very much up for grabs. Rise Nation only coming off of this week with a singular point. Very, very important for anybody trying to play catch-up at this point in time.
I would 100% agree there, and looking like we're going to be seeing now the defense of the Basement for 2F is going to be maybe seeing a garage check here, possibly go in through blue stairs from Akatsuki. Is going to be setting a few claymores here on the flank, just making sure they can't get rushed out from their backside. Going to be seeing a few drones get flown through, and going to be seeing them try to eat away bit by piece of this defense here of the bottom floor. Again, going to be bringing a similar attacking lineup, the exact same attacking lineup as before, and switching up those defensive operators a little bit. Going to be seeing the Legion brought here this time around, as well as the Cade.
As well as the Kaid, the Electro Claw. A very important tool to deny hatches and whatnot. An operator that I thought was very good. Of course, he's got that shotgun, that one-tap machine that he has at his disposal as well. So a pretty good all-around defensive operator. As we'll hear some hard breach get open up somewhere. I believe that might have been Moto Hatch. I don't believe they are in place at Church Wall. Yes, it is indeed Moto Hatch. So the drones will come down just to check out what's going on down below. A little bit of a slow push here, but finally downstairs control will be started for them, and Thermite will actually push on the site. They don't think they're aware of it, and a very easy pick for Talon. He'll find another one and down him. No, he won't actually. He will get refragged immediately. It looked like it was a down, but I'm not sure what happened. Crazy will find one of his own. Prophecy will refrag though, so even numbers once again. Drip will find one onto Dream left to contest in a 3v1. Now they know exactly where he is, throwing pop shots through the wall towards blue. Here's the diffuser going down. Will not be able to get back, and Akatsuki will win their attack downstairs, tying it up 1-1.
Yeah, an excellent attack now coming out from Akatsuki, really shutting down that presence that we saw in the first round from 2Faced. The trades finally went in their favor. That first round was a lot of trades back and forth that just ended up falling in favor of 2Faced. A completely different turnaround this time around, and you saw Akatsuki coming out in front of those 1v1s, those 2v1s, and those trades. So big props to them for keeping their composure after falling down early on in that first round to a gym bedroom defense of all things.
Of all
Attackers
things.
need to locate
Of
and
all
defuse
things.
as
I
many
mean, that's
bombs
kind
as
of,
they
I
can.
would say that's the offsite of the three. I
What?
think definitely Jim and the bar
for
being
sure.
the worst.
Jim Master, 100%.
Yes.
You know, you never see Bar, ever. Actually, as a matter of fact, we did see it one time, and it was Akatsuki who did it, if I'm not mistaken, and they won it. So there is the capability of Bar being brought out, but Butters.exe might have crashed. Nope, he's back up.
Yeah,
So,
Butters,
yeah, we saw it brought out once, but listen, it's not a good idea unless you have something
10 seconds
very
insertion.
planned for the team that you're facing. Because it's so difficult to control. There's so many ways in now. With that enclosed, bathroom area, the
Attackers are moving out
hallway,
to locate
the
a
pool
bomb.
table being enclosed as well. And then, of course, the
It's very
entire
difficult.
other side of the map. It's just a difficult place to hold. There's so many ways in. And then you could go up above and drop down. So, anyway, here we go. Round number 3 coming up. And we'll see the third site of this defense. Some considering one of the two more preferable sites, like you mentioned. Cash upstairs. And it looks like Akatsuki know exactly where it is, and they will waste no time attempting to open up the
Attackers have
balcony
located a bomb.
wall as they've got the EMP primed and ready to go. We got 2 in garage, 1 with an electro claw ready to attempt to trick garage if that is where the attack is coming from. But right now, that is not where said attack is coming from. Everybody lined up and ready to go on this wall on balcony.
Looks like you're going to be seeing Prophecy going for that Sophia trick that's going to deny the bandit from being able to do any work, but it doesn't seem like it was timed very well as the window actually got barricaded off. This connector door got barricaded off by a defender, so that's going to deny those mirror window, or deny that charge, that stun from actually stunning the bandit. So a big heads up play from whoever that defender was, and that's going to deny the wall being opened up for at least the moment, and it doesn't seem like they're going to attempt to open it anymore unless they go for it later in the round. Prophecy will take down Dream, so that's actually the smoke. A big operator for late in the round taken out here through the floor by that Zofia.
Yeah, they may have gotten 1 exothermic charge, but they got a smoke. I'll take that trade any day of the week. Akatsuki, they still have a minute 18 to work with, too, as they decide to relocate. Looks like they're going to try and wrap around and maybe take construction. That's exactly what they'll do. Crazy getting bullets flying by him from all angles. Will take no damage somehow, but he will divvy no damage back onto Akatsuki. You'll hear the second thermite charge get placed, and he'll get a both. And that is the type of bandit play you like to see. Traders, he'll get a refrag onto Drip, so it's a 4v4, but there's no hard breaching capabilities left on the side of the attackers. They will have to go in through one of the choke points, whether that be garage or construction. And with the time ticking away, it looks like they're going to have to try and commit to construction, as they do not have enough time to wrap all the way around. But it is completely stalled now for the attacking squad, as they're just a little bit lost as to what to do at the moment.
Yeah, they seem not really too sure with none of these walls being able to get opened up. They don't really know which avenue they want to take. Prod will start the killing though onto Butters as Filthy gets the flank right back onto Prophecy. Kill is starting to go both ways now. It's actually a 2v1. Prod will look down the cash stairs and take Filthy right out of play. It's going to leave Creators on an island by himself, but it's not going to even matter. A nice double there at the end from Prod to win out round number 3 here, putting Akatsuki up 2-1.
Yeah, Akatsuki had no business winning that round. They just won their gunfight straight up.
Yep.
They just outgunned 2Faced. Crazy did an unbelievable job on the bandit. I mean, did everything you could ever hope a bandit could do. And so now it's up to everybody else to do their job also. And they just didn't. I mean, the smoke, there was no smoke denial possible because the smoke was removed from play. And nobody else won their gunfights. And that's all there was to it. At that close quarters combat that we saw there, that forced close quarters combat, by the way, because there was no way any hard breach could be performed by the attacking squad. They had no business, going in through those choke points and winning out. They just didn't. The defenders are the guns and the equipment that they have are supposed to be better at those close range engagements. And Akatsuki just gunned them down to the ground and won that round easily somehow.
Yep. Somehow, indeed. If you're not able to get any of the exterior walls open on the cache and CCTV, or the cache and cache and CCTV site, it makes it so difficult to attack. But exactly like you said, they were able to win those one-on-one gunfights as they entered into the site, and the trades just weren't there from 2Faced. They just weren't able to get the trade outs, and it was ultimately the fragging power of Akatsuki which won them that round. So definitely got to shut that down if you're 2Faced. You can't be letting guys just run around fragging you, especially when your bandit does such an excellent job in denying that wall. It just does not bode well for your team.
Scanning.
No, it certainly doesn't. But 2Faced, they've been here before.
Oh, yeah.
They know how to play this game. They have the ability to
Do they now?
wrap themselves back into this match. And it looks like a crazy spread here from the defense. No, there's actually a couple of dirt tunnel and a rush from Akatsuki. Dream will find out about it, though, and handle them epically. Crazy will pull up off the reload like his name suggests, in a crazy manner, and stop that. And Akatsuki is one of those teams that we are used to seeing rush. Crazy, he'll find a second as Prod finds the first of the round for Akatsuki. Crazy just doing absolute work there. We only have about 15 health total on the side of Akatsuki, as both the remaining attackers are just as weak as they can be. And they are now stuck in blue, and will have to do what they were capable of doing the last time around, winning their gunfights. But it's such a health disadvantage. Can they do it? Prophecy, they'll start it off. Butters will go down, but see, still 3 full health defenders. And of course, they have the Legion, so goo mines are absolutely lethal at this point. And that's something that they have to pay close attention to if they want to try and steal this round away from 2Faced. Everything stalls out now. Clock has been seen that there is plenty of time left. Creators will be able to get Prophecy down and lose most of his life in the progress, but the low life on the side of Akatsuki will prove fatal. Now Prod with about 3 health will have to find 3 more, and it's just too much in a 1v3. Dream takes him out with the pistol, and somehow 2Faced will shut down the rush from Akatsuki.
It just seemed like they had the intel there. You saw Crazy kind of looking towards dirt and looking towards blue. They must have had some sort of intel. Somebody must have called that push was coming out, because just the attention that we saw from 2Faced and all of their players get directed towards blue and towards dirt was just immeasurable. And they were able to just shut down that push, just like you said. Not very coordinated and possibly not the best idea coming out from Akatsuki, but it's always a rush strat. It's always kind of a 50-50 play. So definitely going to be a risk that some teams are willing to take. And going to be seeing that Mira 6-pick off of the smoke. It's kind of interesting. Kind of want to keep the smoke, especially, smoke's good in any kind of case. So
I'll tell you why I wouldn't keep smoke about you.
All right, go ahead.
2Faced has had hard breach denial, has done hard breach denial better than anybody I have seen in Challenger League all season long.
Okay.
They have had no problem stopping the hard breach at all. Thermite, done. X-Kairos, done. There's just, they haven't had any trouble at all. And if that's the case, Amira is just as good, if not better, of a delay tactic if you can keep it alive. Of course, it can be countered, right? It can be blown open. It can have the canister shot out if you have a twitch or something like that. But the thing is they just haven't been successful in doing that, them being the attacking squad of Akatsuki. And because of that, the Mira is just as viable in this situation, if not more so, like I said, than a smoke would be.
I definitely think that you've got a good point. The denial of time that Amiro brings to the table, especially even that nitro cell, is definitely going to be big. And there's not a lot of places, I'd say, in the gym bedroom where your smoke can kind of sit and toss out those smoke canisters. Bathroom probably being the most successful place, but even then, you cannot really deny any plants inside of gym itself. So definitely going to be a big choice for them to bring that Mira in order to try to deny the entry into gym. outright. But we'll have to see. They did win this round, or this site successfully the first time around, so looking to see, hopefully, I mean, I guess if you're a 2Faced fan, similar success. But Akatsuki here trying to shut that down, as looks like they're going to be trying to clear out this east side for the time being. Looks like they do have the Jaeger. That's going to be Butters inside of the new blue stairs. We'll see if Pixel's able to drone him out here. As no, it's actually Filthy, the castle, going to be on the cache there, as he'll rotate back up to join his teammate of Crazy.
That he will back off a little bit, and you know, this is kind of the situation that they were in last time. That beautiful drone work. I mean, perfect drone work by Akatsuki here. I mean, absolutely real-time intel was being utilized, and they just played it perfectly there. Crazy with the shotgun close quarters. Oh, will flick on to Drip. A great reaction there. Some shots up through the floor. Map awareness. They know kind of where he is, but not exactly. Butters will find two, though. Talon and Pixel go down. And Jaeger coming in clutch at the last second. Prophecy will push up the stairs, hit the barbed wire, and shoot some bullets, so they know exactly where he is. They'll throw in some stuns, but it will not detonate on anybody, as all of the defense is now rotated back to site with the man advantage. 4v2, a minute left to go. And Akatsuki not looking so hot this time around.
Not looking so hot at all. And like you said, all of these defenders rotated out of the cache room. They don't need to hold this anymore. They've got the two-man advantage. They've got the nitro cells to play with. They just need to waste more time and force these attackers to peek into them.
By attackers.
It's going to be the most important thing here. With only 30 seconds left, they're going to have to figure out where they want to make this push from and make it happen fast, as they have to find frags in order to make this round come back into their favor. They need to get a few picks here. I'm not sure what just happened to the clean feed. I don't think we can hear any audio, but it's another kill, a triple kill for Butters, as it's going to be left all up to Prophecy. But my clean feed just completely shut down, and I might have just given away the link, so that's kind of bad as well. But it looks like that round went in favor of 2Faced, so just have to see. Yeah, it looks like 2Faced was able to win that round successfully, and I may have just given away the clean feed, so we may have to rework that coming in a second here. But either way, 3-2 in favor of 2F. I can't even hear you anymore. What happened to everything? Hello?
Hello.
There you are. Can everyone hear
I
you
think your
in chat?
internet took a poop because you sounded like a
Attackers
robot,
need to locate
and we're
and
complaining about the clean feed.
Yeah, that definitely, I think that's what happened.
So, no big deal. Let me just tell you right now. Before the last round started, we have talked about Mira, Smoke, or whatever. Listen, it doesn't matter if you have Mira or Smoke or Caveira or anybody if Butters walks in and kills everybody, right? If that's going to be more successful than anything else if he's on point. If Butters has that capability, that's why he's on Jaeger in the first place, right? Butters is Butters. And he just went in, smacked everybody that round. I thought he got the 4K for a second, but Creators managing to get that closing kill. And, you could bring a 5-man recruit if that was still allowed.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
Have a field day with the other team if you could keep that. It's like, how actionable is the intel that you have? Because Siege is an intel game, right? That's why intel operators are picked. Maestro and Valk and stuff like that. Like Valk, the MPX is not a better gun than, half the guns on the defense. So she's not picked because of her gun. She's picked because of her information, her intel gathering capabilities. Thing is if you get intel 2 minutes into the round, or 2 minutes after that intel is garnered, that intel's worthless, right? Other than maybe, you identify an operator. So if you have actionable intel that is immediately useful, then you're going to have the advantage every single time. Akatsuki did that so well, but then Butters went and kicked them right in the stomach and just killed everybody.
Yeah, Butters really being the kind of the thorn in the side of Akatsuki that last round. Again, my clean feed seems to be. I think my internet is just taking a big dump in the toilet right now. So I apologize for the inconvenience. We're gonna try to get a new clean feed in the next round here, just so that way we've got nobody. I know all you guys. All you guys are just gonna be clipping me leaking the clean feed, and you're all gonna go to the clean feed so you can watch it 5 minutes earlier than everybody else. So without a caster. So if you're weird like that and you're into that, that's cool. But we're gonna fix this clean feed after this round, of course. So you will be able to get that moment of freedom for at least a couple minutes here. But into our round number 6, the last round of the half. About a minute left. Doesn't seem like we've seen any gunfights get exchanged just yet. It seems mostly like a split push here. Gonna come in through bedroom as well as on that main wall, as Crazy was unable to bandit trick at that time. A close gunfight there with the Jaeger. Butters playing aggressively here just inside of lounge. They're trying to push right in, but they don't know that he went downstairs. That's an easy kill for Butters, as he'll take down Prophecy on that Zofia. Another big fragger on the side of Akatsuki. So it's gonna make this push a lot harder here with about 30 seconds left.
Butters is just doing Butters things with the Jaeger, running around like crazy, knocking people's blocks off. And now 25 seconds left to work. 9 people alive. They're going to have to push. It's going to be a bloodbath. Butters, he'll find his second of the round. And oh my goodness, is that him again? No, it's not. Finally, we'll see some kills coming. We actually get 3 though, so Butters on a tear. Creator's finding one of his own. And 2 back-to-back rounds with Butters, rather 3 Ks. And Prod, he'll find one. That's Creator's getting shut down, and Dream, but no, just a flurry of bodies pushing outwards. Filthy will get the kill onto Prod, and 2Faced now up 4-1. Is it 4-1?
4-2.
4-2. So that's the half.
Yes. That will be the half indeed, and so we'll be looking to see the attackers now switching roles. And so we're gonna get a new clean feed here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and switch this while we switch that over. Thank you so much to Violet. I apologize again. I'm the king of just leaking the clean feed. So we'll be looking to see if
the leak king.
I'm the leak king. Yeah, that's what they call me. The leak, the leech, the leech, leaker, leech. I don't know really where I was going with that, but either way, we're going to be seeing a clean feed coming out from our wonderful spectator, Violet. So we'll get that any second now.
And by the way, the game will play on. Like, we're not stopping the game either. So we're going to miss a little bit of action. I mean, it's kind of, hopefully you guys understand, like, we don't want to interrupt them in order to facilitate that. So we'll wait on the new clean feed. Actually, I think it went back up to the same one. I'm getting a video now.
I am getting a video now. I'm just trying to see what Violet is trying to say to us.
Oh, no, and it just ended.
It just ended. Okay. Well, it's back, and it just ended again. Okay.
Well, that's all right. That's all right.
It's all right, but
you get to listen to us.
It's a defense of the church and the bottom floor. So that is going to be an interesting sight, as that's going to be the first one here for Akatsuki, looking to see if they can't find the success here on their half of defense. So we'll be looking to see
I mean, for a long time we've called, even after the rework, we called Club like a defensive sided map. Although that's kind of like the historical statistics, and we've seen teams be very successful on attack on Clubhouse as of late. And I don't know if that's just like a discrepancy in like the skill level or the success rate of the team that's actually having the success on attack. But we've seen close games where we've seen more rounds won on both sides, like a 4-2, 4-2 split, with the attacking squad taking the better half of it. Looks like we do have a new clean feed here.
Yep.
So while you work to get it up, I'll call what the action is like on said clean feed. And there's still 5 or 10 people left, 5 on either side. Round 7 still 4-2, only a minute off the board, as it looks like an upstairs take here. Prod, I have a really weird glitchy I don't know if you saw that really weird spectator bug, but that's okay. Zofia will get that's interesting.
He'll get slammed by the alibi ball. All right, like, you don't see this very often. Alibi is just throwing her prismas at people.
Is this Borderlands?
I guess so. But yeah, either way, the alibi coming out. I wanted to make note of that. I haven't seen her play too much today. I don't believe at all. So I think that alibi can be fairly useful for comp play, especially since a lot of people are kind of on edge while playing comp. So it kind of allows for them to fall for those prismas a little bit more easily. I kind of like it. She can be fairly useful, but either way, with about a minute left, it's going to be all up to 2Faced here to make this attack happen down onto the basement site. Still a lot of utility remaining on both sides in order to make that happen. Or prevent it.
Yeah, so a little bit of a slowdown here from 2Faced. They've had a lot of success in their closing rounds of defense. And oh no, it gets electrical tricked from underneath. The thermite charge will get destroyed. And the hatch will not get open. So difficult to do. See a grenade go down, but get ADS, and now the defense sitting in a beautiful position. A man up, and only 30 seconds for the attackers to work with. The hatch is still getting opened up, and oh no, exposed to the hatch will be Talon. Butters will get the opening kill for 2Faced, and we'll see the church wall start to get opened up by these ex-Kairos. Nobody in position to try and trick, and that wall will successfully get opened up. They will have to crawl through it, though, and there's not enough time left on the clock for another round of X-Kairos to go off. Through the wall, Prophecy will find Butters, but Butters will actually get one right before that. No, Butters doesn't go down. He'll find two. That's 3 in a row where he's found 3 kills, and just like that, 2Faced, Butters with a 4K on the round. Ladies and gentlemen, the last 3 rounds, we see Butters with a 3K, then a 3K, then a 4K, and this is all the Butters show right now as 2Faced goes up 5-2.
Yo, can I see the scoreboard real quick, Violet? 12 kills for Butters. The closest person, half that, 6. But it doesn't even matter because 2Faced is dominating right now. I mean, pretty much everybody's going even or I mean, pretty close to even. Filthy, the only one kind of lacking there. But, I mean, does it really matter when your top frag is going off with 12 kills? I don't think so. Butters he's insane. That's all I've got to say about it.
Yeah, Butters is nuts.
Butters is pretty nuts.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Well, here we go. I mean, Akatsuki, from a tactical perspective, not really doing anything too incorrect. You know, I was talking about how well they were doing certain things, like droning their entry fraggers. I think that round was set up really well. They electrical tricked the thermite charge off of the hatch. They had the attackers down a man. It was a 4v5. There's only 30 seconds left, and the last hatches were finally getting opened up. I mean, they were in the power position, and then Butters happened. And just like that, it was over in a blink of an eye.
5 seconds
and
left.
so here we go. Round number 8, 5-2. 2Faced just looking unstoppable here on Clubhouse.
2Faced looking unstoppable indeed. And I will remind everybody, this is our first matchup between these two teams for today. So we will have another best of 7 rounds here coming up. I guess it's not even a best of 7. I don't really know what it would be, but either way, we're going to be seeing another matchup between both of these two teams later on hopefully a different map, unless we have a repeat of the matchup number 1 between both Obey and Rise, where they played Bank twice. I hope that we don't see Clubhouse played twice here, but it's always a possibility, I guess. So definitely gonna be looking to see how Akatsuki can really come forth here. I mean, they're looking to try to take over that number 3 spot and try to make their way into a playoff position. A nice shot comes out from Pixel, though, and he'll completely blow Dream out of the water. That's the thermite off the board as Pride picks one up to Butters. The top frag off the board for 2Faced, so it looks like it's going to be a good round here for Akatsuki. The trade does come out as Crazy will find 2, even the man count. So even without their top frag, they've got players that are still going to be able to hit those shots. Excellent play here from 2Faced thus far.
Yeah, but Butters may be off the board, but they have Crazy. I mean, Crazy is the most experienced player on the side of 2Faced. Pro League experience, LAN experience, all of that good stuff. And he's a good addition to the team. For those of you that don't know, you know, when the qualified 2Faced, the coach of Obey, Execration, was actually a member of that team. And I'm not sure if these are going to be enough pellets to open that hatch, because it looks like only 3 connect.
Nope.
No, it won't be. So the hatch will not get open. That's 2 X-Kairos. The first shot of X-Kairos got electrified off of the hatch. I believe. They had to Thatcher that. Then the second shot, only 3 stuck to the hatch. So all of Hibana's utility will be used
Attackers
up
have
on a
located a
singular
bomb.
hatch. Not good for 2Faced, already down early. But they were able to bring the man count
Attackers have dropped the bomb
back.
diffuser.
Take a deep
Attackers
breath
have
there for a
recovered
moment.
the diffuser.
Thanks to Crazy. Still plenty of time to work with,
Bomb
though, but a
located
little bit
by
of that utility, that hard breach, gone for them.
Yep, that hard breach is going to be gone. So they have to push through these doorways for the remainder of the match. They actually just walk right into back of sight. That's going to be the Thatcher of Creators. So get the kill and start to put the diffuser on the ground. The remaining 2 defenders are inside of Church. A nice cut off there from Crazy on the Hibana, finding himself a 3K, and Filthy will finish things off on the Talon. An excellent round, cleaning things up from after going down early on, losing 2 players. Not only the Thermite, but your Chop Frag and Butters, they still find a way to make things work. That's going to be putting themselves onto match point here, 6-2 over the 4 seed of Akatsuki. Looking like they're going to secure 3 points here early on in the night.
I'll tell you what, this is like the closest 6-2 that I've ever seen.
I would agree.
Like here, the thing is Akatsuki is not doing much wrong.
Nope.
And they're starting off so well, and then they're just straight losing gunfights. Straight, that's what's happening.
Yep.
They really aren't making many tactical errors that
Attackers
at least
need
we
to
could see.
locate and
All right, we
defuse
can only
as
watch
many
one
bombs as
person
they
at a
can.
time, and so totally different stuff could be happening elsewhere. But this is another round where 2Faced started off, there were 2 operators down. It was a 3v5, okay? Then, and one of those dead operators was Thermite. So they only had 1 hard breach. Then that hard breacher had to waste all 3 X-Cairo shots to open 1 hatch, okay? Not only that, there was like 30 seconds left, okay? You're not going to win. If you are the attackers in that situation, you don't win those rounds against somebody who's in the top 4 of Challenger League. Ever. I don't care who you are. But then 2Faced happened. Butters, top fragger. So the Thermite was gone. The top frag was gone for 2Faced. I mean, it could not be a worse situation for them.
For real.
And then, what happened? What happened?
Crazy
right
happens.
I have no idea. I have no idea what happened, but that was, I've said this before this game, and the trend is not good for Akatsuki, that 2Faced had no business winning that round whatsoever, and they did. I have no idea how they did it. They just straight outgunned Akatsuki, and Akatsuki should have not been in a position, if they would have just been in a position where they could refrag when they lose a player, it would have been completely different. I don't know if I should say, wow, 2Faced is just playing unbelievable, or Akatsuki is just playing well and then not playing well. I just don't know how to call it at this point.
I definitely think it's a, not necessarily a combination of both, but definitely a combination of 2Faced. Everyone is just popping off right now, and they're just playing very good team siege. Not really, I mean, one person might be leading it on the stats, but even if that person does fall, they've got players in their back pocket in order to still clutch those rounds out. So I think it's just the depth that we see coming out from 2Faced, and especially some of these other rosters, like I would say Obey as well, having a really depth roster. So definitely big props to the players in which both of these teams have been able to pick up since joining CL, and the chemistry and teamwork that they've been able to build since scrimming and all of that. So either way, enough talking about these rosters. Let's talk about this match. Gonna be seeing the wall getting opened up into Garage. Still a 5v5 now with about a minute 15 left in the round. Are we gonna be able to see Talon? Will he be able to find that kill coming through the garage door? I'm not sure if they know that he's here. Definitely gonna spot out the one player, gonna take a lot of damage and actually gonna take the down onto Butters. Will they be able to get the pick back up though, as it's gonna be a peek coming in from that Thermite of Dream trying to get the refract on his teammate. And yes, the perfect pinch coming out as Dream will finally find Talon.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see Talon lose that. He just doesn't lose those very often. Holding
Especially
those
with
angles.
with the TCSG.
Yeah. The thing is I don't think he was firing fast enough. Maybe it's because the recoil was getting away from him. And oh, what a beautifully placed grenade. And Butters just continues his reign of terror. He got put down pretty quick, but his teammate was able to clutch that frag on Tetalon and was able to get that kill with the grenade. And it just shows you how quickly these
God.
can turn around. And Butters will find a second, but finally get shut down. Creators, though, will refrag it just like that. 2Faced will be your matchup #1 victors, garnering themselves 3 points and retaining third place no matter what happens anywhere else, I believe. And let me just verify that. So 2Faced is sitting currently in third place with 11 points. This will put them at 14. So Shrug, if they do win both matches and get 6 points, they will overtake 2Faced into third place. If they lose the